What up? Yeah, I'm from that dirty south, baby, and I'm feeling alright now. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, I'm from the south.
Who is supposed to inspire us today? That's why for the minute that I walked into this space, okay, I see keyboards, I see drum stations, I see the tribute to the music, I see the homage to the jazz in the background, I see the cassette player, I see Slick Rick, the artist storytelling on cassette, yet he's still producing music today. And so it's like there's nothing wrong with respecting the past and evolving. And I think that you have the media that's selling the story that it is us against them, the youth against the people who have been here maybe 20 years, and there's this perception that's out there that they don't want to pass the baton. That's not what it is. They're inviting you to rise to what your full capability is in an artistic way. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Intelligenz, and you can catch me on ATL Indy TV. I'm so emotional, everything that I'm going for. I'm feeling like I'm living in this dream, and I just hope to pour my heart out to the realest. Really, whoever listening, know that I'm nice, but these haters just trying to pull me in. Doubting my reflection, progression, and my commitment. I'm putting my heart on the line. Told them I was gifted, not to mention I'm the epitome of what they missing. I'm sick of the rap culture, these rappers missing a picture.
Is the problem though the media? Because you know, I mean, we all know the media. You know, there's left wing, there's right wing, and they're gonna put their spin on it. However, but when it comes to entertainment, for the most part, again, outside of the balance that we look for, the media, in theory, kind of just reports.
That what you believe?
I said in theory.
Okay.
I'm playing Angel's Advocate. I'm playing Angel's Advocate, mind you.
Okay.
But where does that leave? You know, if the media is saying, like, well, I would say, I guess I use the term market, since that's what we're talking about marketing. If the market is dictating, you know, that you listen to this, that, and the third, is it the media's fault that they continue to push what appears to be popular?
The media greatly influences the market, and here's why. This is just my own opinion. You know, before YouTube really became the power source that it is, you had more branding of an artist, you have more investing of an artist. What YouTube allowed is your $2 million artist to be in direct comparison of this singer who can, you know, put out vocals ridiculously and nobody even knows their name, with no marketing, without a dollar behind them, you know, just maybe a keyboard, vocals, and a dream. Now they're getting more hits and more views than this artist that you've put in all this money behind. How do we compete with that as more people begin to have access to the light for the labels? What do? The radio. We control the output. We control, okay, you're on YouTube and you're winning on YouTube, but I'm gonna control that summer stage. I'm gonna control this venue. I'm gonna control my access to get the video on the TV because I have the capital. You know, that's where the media, in my opinion, and more so marketing, media thereafter, because again, that's when media reports what's already been kind of accomplished. Everybody is fed the story to put out there, you know, and it kind of denies the evolution of where we were going, of more access to raw talent. It's still out there, but on that level, that mainstream level, it's a reason that when I turn on most radio station, I hear the same 10 people. There's a reason that we're not breaking new artists anymore every Friday or Saturday night, and you call in, pump it or dump it, you know, or something, whatever your radio, your catchphrase was.
Isn't YouTube part of that machinery, that marketing at this point?
To an extent.
Absolutely.
I think YouTube is great now. Don't get me wrong.
I would point out that, first of all, that model wherein they were going in and picking up artists off of YouTube, they pretty much bit the bullet on that, because you have several artists that they've done. I won't call out any names in particular, but we know the cases of artists that have huge hits and then they've been dropped from a label like a year later. So they're realizing that marketing model is not so profitable anymore.
But see, I'm not speaking on them pulling artists from YouTube. What I'm saying is that you have someone that's able, because at the end of the day, everything comes down to, if I can capture somebody's attention and if I can get 1 million views, it comes down to two things. It comes down, what type of revenue can I create from those views, and then what kind of influence does this individual have? In my opinion, that's what the powers that be care about. It's either your ability to influence a community, whether that's negatively or positively, or your ability to bring in income for self or that community or for another industry. So once you have someone that can establish a following, whether they don't touch a dime at all, there's power there, whether they know it or not. Because now that I got you tuned in to my talent, whether that's my ability to write, my ability to sing, my ability to drum, I have your ear. And I can do something great with that.
I made it to the top and I'm never coming down. They wanted me to flop, but instead I run the town. I'm rolling in a drop, I'm headed for the clouds. Hit them haters yelling stop, I continue with the rounds. I'm reaching for the yacht, stepping in battlegrounds. I deserve to feel the knock, opportunity pounding. You can listen or just watch. Promise you I'm astounding, give them everything I got and watch the plan from underground.
So before we get started, but mostly I'm just gonna ask you the normal stuff, welcome you, what I'm saying, yada yada yada.
Now this is where it gets nervous. Yeah.
This is me, alright. So yeah, this is behind the scenes. But this is the behind the scenes right now. This is live. So
y'all know I bet on stage probably bad, right? Yeah. Yeah, like people clown me. Like, yo, I was on stage and my hand was like, and they was like, look at her hands, look. Yo, it was bad.
Really?
Like, yeah, I've come along. People don't understand. I've come a long way. Always wrote with that stage and the spotlight and.
Let me tell the people. Welcome to ATL Indy TV. It's your boy Hollywood Kid. I'm with the one and only
Intelligenz.
If you don't know, you about to know. So let me tell them this real quick story before we kick this off about how I met her, since she wanted to talk about how she was nervous and all. So we was at one of the popular establishments here in Atlanta. It was open mic night or something, and we were all in the back kicking it. The crew, like us. You know what I'm saying? We're in the back kicking it, and all of a sudden the music comes on, and we hear this, female voice, and she's kind of spitting. We kind of like, and these is the critical. These are the real. You know what I'm saying? The real critical, the real dope MCs. You know what I'm saying? She'll attest to it. At this point, she didn't know any of these guys, but she'll tell you now. So we come in the back, out the back, and everybody kind of like ears perked up. We all rushed to the front of the stage, and we just like, who is this chick? You know what I'm saying? Like first time we ever heard her, seen her, tall. You know what I'm saying? Slim, like and just spitting bars. And so we connected with her from that point on. And me personally, I've been following her career, big fan. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have her here, ATL Indy TV. We've been gone for a minute, but I wanted to kick off a new episode since you were in town. Intelligenz, welcome.
Thank you.
So for those who don't know, let's take them back real quick. You are from
originally Chicago. Born and raised.
Okay. All right, and you moved around a little bit recently. Mm-hmm. You were out in Vegas.
I was in Vegas for just under 10 years. I was in Vegas for a while.
Mm-hmm. And how was well, we know kind of the hip hop in Chicago. Mm-hmm. You have the usual suspects, the Yeezys and the Pays and everybody.
And the Commons.
Yeah, the Commons and the Chief Keefs.
And the Brats.
So yeah, we got the usual suspects. Crucial Conflict. You know what I'm saying? The whole spectrum.
Twisted.
Tell us about Vegas a little bit, about the hip hop scene in Vegas.
What I like about Vegas is I don't know if Vegas likes it about Vegas, but it's like a melting pot. So there's a little bit of everybody like myself who comes there. Vegas has a lot to offer. Economically, it's beneficial to a lot of people, and there's anything you want to do, it's there. You want to be dressed to the nines. You want to throw on some flip-flops, some Timbs, some gym shoes. It's there. There's an event that's there in Vegas. So it's a great location, and the MCs. Of course, you got Dizzy that's out there really representing. Some other artists that I personally like is Billionaire Dream. He's incredible. Theory, he's incredible. My boy Sin City Twist, Darnell, Big Red.
So are they letting us up on those big stages on the strip, up on those casinos? They letting hip hop in there yet?
It's no.
All right, nah. Say no more. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, we're gonna go back and forward a little bit because you know I know a little bit about you, but this is for them to know who you are. You moved from Vegas recently, a little while back to
Maryland.
Okay, DC area.
Yes.
What's it like out there? Enjoying your time out there?
I love it. Yeah. I love the East Coast. Like, yes. 10 yeses.
Okay, so they're embracing you so far out there?
Yes, like one of the things that I can say is maybe I didn't have the most welcoming experience on the music scene at first with Vegas. And I mean it's definitely loved now, and the people day ones have always been day ones, and I think at the time they were just really trying to have someone represent their city, and as a proud Chicagoan, I definitely understand that. But the Maryland, the DC, the Virginia experience, it was just like, you do music, you dope, let's work. I mean, from musicians to artists, it was an experience I hadn't tapped into, honestly, since Atlanta. And it's so funny you tell that story about how we met. I don't think that you included, Atlanta was such a turning point. I had two major turning points to consider continuing my career, and Atlanta was one of those points. When I had came and saw you all perform there, I had spoke to my ex-husband. I said, maybe I don't got it. I'm not getting the love in Vegas that maybe I think I should. Maybe I need to grind harder. Maybe I'm not being humbled enough. I need to go to another market. It's not within reach, and get some feedback. And it was like everybody was doing great things in Atlanta. So that whole trip and that opportunity to spit in, that was really a defining moment. So yes, like as you painted that picture, when everybody came to the stage, it was almost overwhelming for me. But it was validation that maybe I shouldn't have needed. But at that point in my time, in my career, that time in my career, I lacked the confidence. And I did need that validation. And ATL, you included specifically, you guys gave me that.
We put her on, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's
you guys been
story,
showing love like ever since. Every MC that I met that night, and producer, and writer, and lawyer, and marketing guru.
So
we still keep in touch. Like, that's been over 5 years ago. Yeah. So shout out to the A.
Wow, yeah. So over this time, I've seen you become MC Lyte's next top female MC.
Yes, sir.
That's one of your accolades. So shout out to MC Lyte, and she's been instrumental in kind of helping you grow your career as well.
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay. You've opened up for Lyte and such, the Slick Rigs, and I'm claiming these for you, so you don't have to do it. The Slick Rigs, traveling, doing shows and such. So how did you get to that point? We're gonna mention the big news in a minute, but how did you get that point from being in Chicago to that pivotal moment in Atlanta to where you are now in DC? Like in a nutshell.
Went into the military. About a couple months before I got out, got engaged. Ex-husband came to Vegas. I came as well. And yeah, that led me to the Vegas scene. Then Atlanta was before MC Lyte had a competition to find the next top female MC. I was maybe on the scene for about 2 years or so in Vegas, maybe a little longer when I tapped into Atlanta, and I had heard about A3C, so I wanted to come down and check it out and try to book a venue to perform. And I needed that. It was kind of like that first push. And then after that, fast forward, Lyte had a competition, I think the end of 2012 or 2013, losing time a bit. And so I wasn't initially able to go because I had to work. I was able to get leave approved early, got in the car, drove to LA very late, 2 hours late, didn't think I had a chance, was like third to the last in line. We did an individual competition. Wow. We spit 16. It was Lyte.
Like about how many people were in the competition?
In the competition, I'd say 60, 70 girls, somewhere around there.
And you were almost at the end, so by the time you got out there, they were like...
yeah, but still, like, in tune. Like, it wasn't like next. Like, they were really listening, so that I appreciated. It was intimidating when I first walked in. I was losing my voice. Lil Mama was there, Lyte, Yo-Yo, Lady of Rage,
so
Smooth.
Like the queens of the hip-hop.
Man, let me tell you, if you ever felt like you could see your dream in front of you, that's literally how I felt.
Do you have that picture? There's an iconic picture. She was backstage with... It was Lyte, Yo-Yo.
Everybody
everybody she just singing, and she's in the midst of them right there, like right in the middle. So cold.
That was after
so
winning. Yeah. And it was humbling though, because you have so many people that's putting like events together, and they may be like a producer, a DJ, or there's legitimate situations, not so legitimate situations. To see people who are actually moving in a direction that you want to be in, who are actually in that movement, in that scene, that you can say directly influence what you did and what you do, it was a bit overwhelming, to be honest, when I walked in there. And I had a demo CD. I gave it to them. I spit my 16. They said, "Thank you, rest your voice," and gave me my CD back. So I was like, yeah, I didn't impress anybody. So it was humbling. Yeah, like, yo, real in the field. So yeah, left out, and she had like a 3-part series. There was an education series, this part, and she had a concert afterwards where all of them would be on stage. So the winner was supposed to be able to perform with her. So we all were supposed to meet up, which we did before the concert. They gather everybody and say, "Y'all about to battle." And everybody was like, "What? That wasn't a part of,
So there goes half of the contestants right there, on out the window. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whip them down 35.
And to be quite honest, I was like, lifeline. That's exactly how I felt, because that's kind of the area I started. I was
on Smash.
I knew.
On Smash.
I knew that this was the bone I needed. And so he was like, everyone was like, so is it freestyle, if it's written? He said, we just want bars. Whatever you want to get up there and do, you just need to murder your opponent. And we was looking like, wow. I had a great group of girls. They broke us up in groups, and we went on stage. What was incredible about it was the audience decided. So we waited till the club was filled for the concert, and the nerves kicked in and everybody got up there. But the unity, especially with the group of girls that I was with, everybody was like positive. We was like, we know it's a club, don't drink, let's practice, everybody be on point. It was just good.
So like the reality shows that they have, a lot of the entertainment shows where you but that was just kind of impromptu. You weren't necessarily...
Yeah, like we didn't know that was coming. I mean, so everybody was a bit nervous. The reason why it was a defining moment for me, because I think I was getting ready to turn 30, or was 30, and I was like, who keeps going at this point, at this age? The industry has viewed me as old. Do I have it enough? Should I have made it by now? like I said, battling stage fright, and I'm like, okay, God, maybe you don't want me to do this. Maybe this is not your direction for me. So while everybody was kind of enjoying themselves, I went to a corner, I hit my knees, and I prayed for quite some time, and I just said, I'm putting it all on the line. If I do not win this, I will walk away from music. I will accept that this is not for you. And it was hard to pray that.
That's one of the prayer verses. That's kind of like you testing God.
No, not testing.
I mean, I'm just saying you're not supposed to test him, but I'm just saying that's kind of like I've been at that place before when I said, Lord, I need to sign right here before, and that's when it's all out there, because if you don't get the answer you're looking for,
But I want to clarify that only because not testing, it was me accepting his will over my passion, something that I've wanted for so long, and was intimidated, was afraid, everything that comes with the industry. Could I still be who I am, honorable, have integrity? There were so many different things. Maybe he didn't approve of this industry. So for me, it was, I am letting go. This is my passion. This is it. If I do not win this, I will accept whatever your decision is. And not only accept it, but embrace it. And so then once I was through with prayer, I went into go mode. I started every beat in the club that was being dropped. I was spitting bars, practicing just by myself over and over. So by the time the competition started, I was extremely nervous, but that was something in me that was ready, because I knew that I was going to accept his decision. So there was no turning back.
Like it's now or never.
It's now. When I tell you in absoluteness, if you will, if that's a word, folks. But I was it was now or never ready. It was like, oh my gosh, you already put this out there to him.
So it's kind of freedom, like I could just go.
Yeah, but it was scary because the concept of me leaving it was kicking in as well. But then the fact that we were going to get to a battle where I had so much stage fright, if I'm in a circle like a cipher, I can get lost in the lyrics and just kind of let go with my hands and move. So I felt like that was less restrained as coming in front of this panel of people who had accomplished what I was trying to accomplish. I felt like the pressure was off a little bit, on because it was still a stage, but off because I felt like if you could just get up here and get lost with your opponent, then you have a shot at this. So I got eliminated. The second and third to the last round.
Oh, see, I'm thinking this getting ready to end like, okay, well, clearly I'm white to my life, and she's sitting here TV, so, okay.
No, I got towards the end and got eliminated. And by the time I hit the bottom of the stairs, I was in tears. And everyone thought it was a competition. It was. But for me, I knew what I had prayed. So it really hit hard. And so next thing you know, I hear somebody say Intelligenz come back on stage. I'm like, makeup's running, I'm emotional. Y'all want me to come back out now? But if Lyte say come out, you get on stage. So I came back up there, and I guess the audience had contested the decision, and they wanted us to do another 16, So I just asked them, because I knew I was emotional, to be fair to the other young lady, I don't want a handout, make us work for it. Don't see an emotional person, and because it won't mean anything to me then, After that, I went on to compete against another young lady who was saved as well. It was a tie, and they both were incredible. Lyte saved her and said she needs to come back, which I thought was a great decision. And shout out to her, Ryan Nicole. She is impeccable, and I think sets the bar for female MC. She is amazing, and we ended up competing in the end. So it's funny how 2 lifelines, and I was blessed to win. So it was just like, careful what you ask for, believe in your prayer, and trust in his will for you. So
that's an amazing story. So Now, this timid, emotional young lady that's on stage in front of all these people, nervous. You mentioned you're in the military.
I was.
Yeah, so tell them about these videos we see you with the nunchucks everywhere swinging. I mean, let's talk about like. So
I don't know how you go from military to
I'm just saying
nunchucks.
because clearly you're not a punk. Is all I'm saying. Like don't get it twisted. So like,
and I'm not timid.
Like
so let me say that.
Military and like you actually were you overseas and everything?
I deployed twice to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and California. I was at Vandenberg Air Force Base, and then I went to Korea, and then from Korea I went to Italy. So I had a beautiful experience in the military. My nunchucks began before then. My brother was in the military in Desert Storm, and when he got out, I was maybe 10, 11 years old. He won so many competitions in jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, karate, and he began to teach me size, staff, nunchucks, fighting styles, and the fighting styles hurt. So the weapons were more exciting. So I gravitated to I gravitated to the weapons, and the nunchucks became my favorite. And so I've had them with me ever
definitely
since.
check her out on social media, which is real quick with the button in there.
I am Intelligenz, INTELLIGENZ.
But so yeah, y'all can definitely connect with her and check out some of her videos because she definitely be on Instagram and YouTube with the nunchucks. And I'm not talking about like the fun stuff. I mean like she really be between legs and throwing them up and spinning around like like what? Like because they're not toy nunchucks because real nunchucks they hurt. So if you mess around and get clunked in the head.
Wooden, metal, rubber, 5 to 7 leaf chain, nunchucks, heavy chucks. So not the trick spin or the real
chop
deal.
it. Yeah. Like karate. Anyway. That's the other thing, like she don't just be like just doing the nunchucks, like you be spitting bars and rapping. Right?
Yeah.
Like rapping with the nunchucks. And that's good for for stage work, like when you MC, y'all need to do run, like y'all can do some exercise where y'all. I'm just telling you.
How you know I don't do that? Right?
Most artists, and I'm saying this is your boy Hollywood. I'm saying this. Most of y'all don't practice. Y'all like I was saying, like we talking about practice. Y'all don't practice y'all stage shows. Most of y'all don't. The good ones do, and you know the difference. So get on the treadmill and run and spit your bars, and it helps with your win. This is coming from the social media marketing, entertainment, branding guru. So am I right?
You are right.
Yeah. So
and I didn't always do that too. So yeah.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. So that's what it is. We're gonna wrap this up. Hope y'all enjoyed our time. No, because this has been very like I've known you for quite some time, and I've gotten some insight about you that I didn't even know myself. So I'm sure these people will enjoy it. They're gonna get a full dose of intelligence. Oh, it's got the big news, the good news. So yeah, all that we just told you, and tell them the good news.
That led to a record deal with Hipnott Records. So shout out to Substantial, who was the A&R that was actually there that night at Slick Rick's concert. I don't know if we tapped on that earlier. I was blessed to have the opportunity to open up for Slick Rick. Maybe that was like the 3rd time at the Howard Theater in DC. And Hipnott was in the building, and Substantial was an incredible MC, but even more a dope individual person. They extended that opportunity to me, and it looked right, prayed right. So and here I am. Shout out to Kevin Nottingham.
My records, I'm familiar with them myself, so that's what's up. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Can we look forward to, or what can we look forward to, and when? I mean, can we get the exclusive?
Yes.
News,
So actually just released something with Substantial. We're on his album, and forgive me because I'm brain farting right now, but our song is called Break to Build On. It's a project he put out under, I believe, Bob Alloy, him and Marcus D. And trust me, I know the name of the project. It's just losing me right now. But our song is called Break to Build On. It just came out at the end of March. Right now, I'm working on a mixtape project, which I said I would never do. But
a mixtape?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, only because I don't know, I just felt like everybody was doing it. I just wanted to kind of focus on just an album, just giving them that. But my album isn't going to have any features. So I felt like I didn't have an opportunity to work with some people that have impacted me or people that I respect lyrically in the game. So this mixtape affords me the opportunity to be able to do that. And so it's going to be called Feature Don't Follow.
Okay.
So it'll be, every song will have a feature on there intentionally. And the concept behind Feature Don't Follow is that I think that we are copying sounds in the industry. We are copying images. We are copying somebody else's lane. And I think we should inspire. I think that we can pay homage, but you should still be yourself on the mic. So everybody's follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. But hopefully beyond that in life, you're carving out your own path and your own individuality. So that's why I say feature, don't follow. So hopefully you'll see a great marriage between myself and the other MC.
Do you have any maybe even outside of this this project, real quick? Are there any artists in particular that you may want to work with?
Well, I already got the okay from Mr. Green Tea over here. So from Khalid, from Sue Cope Jones on Instagram. But Skyzoo, yeah. Yeah.
And you can
Thursday.
You can definitely catch Skyzoo already on ATL Indy TV.
Rails.
Because we rock.
There's a few. I wanted it to be 5, but like, y'all already know how I feel about Skyzoo lyrically. Disclaimer. So he's incredible.
Like I said, check his channel.
He's incredible.
You can check him on ATL Indy TV. We got videos of Skyzoo because we rock with Skyzoo. So that's what's up. Real quick, I want to give a special shout out to those that you just mentioned, Khalid and Green Tea Musik, because we are up in his studio right now. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it, even let me. You know, just come crash their studio. They was hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Vibing, working together. So they let me crash it. So I appreciate you. Shout out to you, brother. Real quick before we wrap up, your contact information and social media and such.
Well, I want to say thank you first real quick. From the very beginning, from connecting with you, you've always been respectful. I use that a lot because it's important to me as a woman. And I haven't maybe always had respectful experiences in the industry. I don't think people understand how female MCs are treated behind the scenes, or you just wouldn't have a clue how you're propositioned. And when you step forth and represent yourself as a young woman, it's almost like they're offended by your willingness to try to represent yourself as a professional and as a young lady. So thank you for always giving me that respect. Yes.
Good manners. Shout out to my mama.
Following my career.
So that's what's up. So that's some of the stuff you may or may not know about Intelligenz. What else? What can we tell the people about you that they may not know? Something that you want to leave people with.
I'm weird and I'm okay with that. I like solitude. I ride unicycles. I draw as well. Yeah, I was a big tomboy growing up, so I got into everything. I will roller skate, rollerblade, like nobody's business. Don't care what anybody think about it, down the street. I like that about me. I love people, but I love being a loner. This is Intelligenz, and you can connect with me on social media at Twitter /IamIntelligenz, Instagram /IamIntelligenz, SoundCloud /IamIntelligenz, Facebook /IamIntelligenz. That's IAMINTELLIGENZ.
Psycho, now rewind the psycho. Elevate the love and remember like Michael. Maestro, when I flow, I might glow. Illuminate the moment while moving on. Tonight's show's fist up. With a team, we might grow. Listen and lift up.